Good evening. It is January 28th, 2021. Um, so today was definitely an uptrend day. But looks like all progress was lost as prices are trading down that big, massive gap down. I would imagine that what is that a candle wick? What is that? I would imagine that this has something to do with all that's going on with Reddit and all that. It looks like a candle wick, but I can't tell. Um, yeah, look at that massive gap down. What is that, like a 50-point gap down? 70-point gap down? I would imagine that all this stuff that's going on with Reddit, but that's not what we're here to do. We're here to read the price action. And there actually, in my analysis, there doesn't seem to be a lot of trades, but I'll have to compare this with Max. We had this big move up all day pretty much, big move overnight, big steep leg up, and then prices broke into congestion here, had a counter trend break, and that led to a break in the opposite direction. Price came back and bounced and made a big leg up. You know what? I gotta measure that move. I didn't do that. Let's see. Let's see if we get anything. Okay, so it went a little further right here. Okay, I didn't see that the first time. So anyway, yeah, not too many trades. Let's take a look. Um, so started the day that big steep leg up, as I said, and prices broke out into this range. Let's see. So you do get this aggressive move if you want to take it, and if you had this range drawn out, which you could have. I wasn't reading it like a range. I was reading it like a pullback to the EMA when I was watching prices. But you see Mac mark these trades a lot as aggressive. And he just says they're aggressive, but you often get a low point for the day. And if you took this, you could have wrote it out all day long if you wanted to, and that probably would have gotten you like a 50-point move or something, 60 points maybe. But anyway, so that's a counter trend break, comes back up, bounces around above this range here. Uh, if you're being aggressive after prices are trading up all night, you probably don't want to go short. But if you're being aggressive, and if you measured the size of that range, put it up here, that's a break back into congestion, and that's a lower high, and it looks like there's room to scalp out before the EMA. So I marked that, and you would have gotten. You could have quit for the day on a short in a massive uptrend, which is kind of funny. So yeah, we get this massive move up, no way to enter on that. Probably some people got trapped long here, and that's why this shot back down. Um, then you get this higher low. You wouldn't have had this range marked by then, but you do get a higher low first entry. No, that's not a second entry. Higher low, it's an engulfing bar, so you'd probably enter right here. So maybe I should put that there. And it's a failure. I think it's a 4-tick failure for people who went short on this bar. You get a nice move up. And then you get another engulfing bar right after that. I didn't see that. So you could have entered on a second entry short right there. Failed second entry short. Failed second entry short right there. And then prices just bounce around. Maybe some people went short beneath this bar, but You don't want to. At this point, I'm definitely not going short. Here, I would have considered it, but at this point, I'm definitely not going short because after this leg, this massive leg, definitely not going to do that. Anyway, what is this? This is a second entry at the bottom of the range. Yeah, I do like that. First entry, second entry, bottom of the range. Nice bullish bar, plenty of room back to the EMA. We like that. First entry, this, oh no, okay. First entry. Oh yeah, this is a failed second entry short right here off the top of the range. So I'm going to put that as aggressive just because we don't, I mean, breakout pullbacks often fail. But it's a breakout pullback combined with a failed second entry short. And you know people are going short here, so on that lower high. So that might be a good move. And then you get this higher low that shoots up, but I don't see how you could really take that. Prices, I don't know, bounce back and forth right here. Definitely some trapped longs here because that's a higher low. Ticks one tick higher, breaks beneath. Get a little move down, and then we get this steep channel up. And this is the point where when I was watching, this is the point when I drew this channel off the highs, and it got confirmed down here. So, and that's why I marked this with a box just to talk about it. It's because if you drew it off these two highs, the high back here, and then this high, and you see this, I mean, you don't want to go short, but if you're going to go short anywhere, look at all that room back to the EMA after this break of this channel, and that's the new high. That's exactly what Max System describes. That's price action. Perfect price action. So prices come down into this range, and they do break into this range from a downward move. So I guess you could say that these breaks higher are counter trend, but you know the trend has been up all day. And if I was watching here, or I actually was watching here, but if I was trading here, I'd be so tempted to just go long because think about this range forms after a downward move. So this is a with trend breakout, but all the people getting trapped going short here, when it's off this trend line, I'd be tempted, but there's no setup, unfortunately. So maybe you do want to take this higher low here, and that is technically a second entry, failed second entry short, but I don't think I would take that. And it's also a breakout pullback. Failed second entry short, breakout pullback. So that's kind of like a repeat pattern of this. So let me move that. That's why we do our chart analysis. We see examples of that. And we see patterns, repeat patterns, stuff like that. I didn't see anything. Here's some congestion too. People are getting chopped up left and right here. You don't want to enter in any of this. This is some congestion. I didn't mark it. Maybe if you measure this, top of it would come down right here. Then we get this steep move up. I didn't see anything in here. No second entry longs, no failed second entry shorts. And another, okay, so this is maybe look for repeat patterns again. I didn't think about that because look, this is another point in which the trend has been up all day, but this congestion forms after a move down. So I'm put these boxes here because this is a counter trend break near the trend line. So if you go long above that, I wouldn't blame anybody, but I just would be hesitant because that looks high risk. Looks like it's more than 4 points. But other than that, I would like to go there. Also, I don't know. Yeah, I would have that congestion drawn. I probably just wouldn't have the top. I probably would have the top like down here, so it would be like a micro range. But top of the range ended up being right here. And this would be an aggressive entry because that's going right into the midline. But I would think that there were plenty of trap shorts there, and it does end up being a good move. As you can see, first entry. So I guess this would be a this is actually kind of like a failed second entry short breakout pullback again. Because we get this low, first entry, second entry, and this is a little like micro range right here. And that's the breakout pullback. So price make a new low right here, and first entry, failed second entry short right there, engulfing bar. I just marked it as aggressive because this looks congestive, but it also does look like a trend. It's off a trend line. So I don't know, I'd be a little hesitant. And that's all I saw for the rest of the day. Yeah, I wonder what the story is with this. This looks like that's a wick, a candle wick. But anyway, hope you all made some money today. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow.